Doon na, boss.
dala yung TV siguro to.
Hindi, mga ano. Kuha ko 1.5.
1.5. Saan dulo?
Sa may baklaran sa SNR.
Eh, ano yun sa PDAF?
Membership.
Kasama pa sa dito. Good morning.
Oo, nasisigil sa puso.
The hearing of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee is hereby called to order. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Madam Secretary. Good morning, USEC. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Senate President Frank Trilon. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Okay. Today, we were supposed to have the whistleblowers here today so that they could give their side, so that they could give their story, so that people could understand what happened. Remember, ang layunin natin dito para malaman ng taong bayan kung ano nangyari. Ano yung katotohanan. Kailangan ipalabas natin. Last night, or was it yesterday afternoon, I received a letter from Secretary Laila de Lima stating that she cannot bring the whistleblowers for several reasons. Now, Madam Secretary, I did not issue a subpoena to the whistleblowers because, number one, there was an undertaking last hearing that you would release the affidavits of the whistleblowers once the charges have been filed. And you did. You complied. Two, that you would bring the whistleblowers. In fact, we had a meeting last week. You and I met, and in that meeting, I asked you point blankly, will you bring the whistleblowers? Can you bring the whistleblowers now? And you did say yes. In fact, you even named them. You even named, so tinanong kita, sino mga whistleblowers ang dadalhin mo? Sabi mo, Ben Herloy, Gertrudes Loy, Marina Sula, and Merlinia Sunya. Kayo po nagbigay ng pangalan, so sumang-ayon ako. At sinabi ko pa sa iyo, if you remember, sabi ko, at pati yung ibang whistleblowers kung maaaring dadalhin. Then sabi mo, something to the effect that maybe I'll see if we can bring them. So, that was that. And nung sinabi mo na pwedeng dalhin, sabi ko, okay, dalhin mo na lang sa Thursday. Alam nyo, yung Blue Ribbon, every Thursday ang hearing. At kayo po ang nakiusap. Sabi mo, you know, this week has been very hectic. The filing and everything. And the whistleblowers are very, very tired. So, can we give him a chance so that the whistleblowers can rest? So sabi ko, okay, imbes na Thursday, gawin na lang natin Tuesday. Okay. So that's where we are now. We are on a Tuesday. And the whistleblowers are not here. Before anything else, I'd like to acknowledge the arrival of Senator Coco Pimentel. Good morning, sir. And Senator Bam Aquino. Good morning, sir. So, Madam Secretary, we got your love letter yesterday saying na hindi mo madadala. Madam Secretary, this is unprecedented. I did not issue a subpoena because you did tell me, may agreement tayo, dadalhin mo. And I relied on that representation. I relied on that agreement. You invoke the ombudsman, the rules of the ombudsman in the letter. It is my opinion that you cannot invoke the rules of the ombudsman because you're not the ombudsman. Madam Secretary, please.
Thank you. Good morning, Your Honors. Yes, I confirm that what we received is a mere letter invitation, just like for purposes of the last public hearing, which was September 12th. And so for today's hearing, what we received is a mere letter invitation. And I confirm that we did have a meeting where I manifested my willingness to produce additional whistleblowers. While it was a manifestation of willingness to produce the whistleblowers, I'm not sure, Honorable Chair, whether it was taken to mean a positive undertaking on my part to so produce them. It was subject to further evaluation of the propriety and the necessity to produce more whistleblowers after I agreed to produce last hearing Ben Horloy as a representative whistleblower, as a representative voice to shed light on the scheme surrounding the scam as masterminded, in his words, by Mrs. Janet Napoles Lim, so that this committee would have more or less a complete picture of the scheme. So when we did talk last week, well, yes, it was out of respect also for Your Honor that you were requesting additional whistleblowers. But after our conversation, Your Honor, I had to take a closer look at the law, particularly the Ombudsman law and the Ombudsman rules of procedure. And it was confirmed from my reading of the law that actually, whenever a case has been filed with the Ombudsman, the general rule becomes no publicity if it will prejudice the disposition of a case before the office of the Ombudsman. May I clarify at the outset, Your Honor, that my sending of the letter yesterday and my appearance now before this committee without the whistleblowers is not a categorical rejection or disobedience to the Senate committee. Because in the first place, well, what we have is a letter invitation, not yet a subpoena. And even if it's just a letter invitation, under ordinary course of things, under normal circumstances, I would be more than glad and willing to comply with the request for appearance or attendance before this committee. But I'm not invoking the authority or the powers of the Ombudsman on her own behalf. I have no such power to do so.
So we're clear on that.
What I'm simply saying, yes, Your Honor, we're clear on that. It is only the Ombudsman that can invoke such prerogative to whether or not to make public matters falling under the confidentiality rule under the Ombudsman rules of procedure. That's why, if you will carefully see through my letter, Your Honors, it is simply deferring or reserving my consent to the appearance of the whistleblowers named in the letter invitation of this committee. Just a deferment, just a reservation, subject to the position of the Ombudsman. All that I'm asking is for this committee to provide the Ombudsman the opportunity to state her position on the matter, because since cases have been filed already, constituting the first batch of the complaints against a total of 38 individuals, including public officials and private individuals, then the Ombudsman has assumed jurisdiction over the case, and therefore she now has the prerogative or the authority to determine whether it would be proper for whistleblowers who are involved in that case to further elaborate or to further testify on what they already stated in their respective affidavits as submitted to the Ombudsman. May I invite the attention of this honorable body that under Section 2, Rule 5 of the Omnibus Rules of Procedure as embodied in Administrative Order Number 07 of the Office of the Ombudsman, prior to such final action, meaning a final action on a complaint filed before the Office of the Ombudsman, no publicity shall be made of matters which may adversely affect national security or public interest, prejudice the safety of witnesses or the disposition of the case, or unduly expose persons complained against to ridicule or public censure. Particularly applicable here would be the phrases prejudice the safety of witnesses or the disposition of the case. And this particular provision merely supplements or implements what is provided in the Ombudsman Act, Republic Act number 6770, that the Ombudsman under its rules and regulations may determine what cases may not be made public. So my reading of these provisions, Your Honors, is that the general rule is confidentiality of proceedings before the Ombudsman, and the Ombudsman retains the authority or the prerogative whether or not to allow further disclosure of matters already before the Ombudsman.
Okay, thank you, Madam. First of all, you already agreed that you do not have the power to invoke.
Certainly, Your Honor.
You do not have the power to invoke the rules of the ombudsman simply because you are the ombudsman. Number two, the ombudsman is not at issue here. She has not been summoned. She has not appeared voluntarily. Number three, the power of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee is found in the Constitution and in jurisprudence. Long line of cases have held that the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee has the power to compel people to come to their legislative investigations. Arnault versus Nazareno, Gordon versus Sabio, and there is a case in point, the case of Pimentel, the father of Senator Coco Pimentel, when he was, Sinene Pimentel, when he was Blue Ribbon Chairman, Pimentel versus Judge Mahadukum. And in that case, there was a case in the Ombudsman. And a regional trial court issued a restraining order because sabi ng court, uy, Senado, Senate Blue Ribbon, hindi mo pwede imbestigahin yan dahil may kaso sa Ombudsman. Sabi ng Supreme Court, hindi. Sapagkat yung kaso sa Ombudsman ay hindi pa kaso sa korte. So there was no encroachment in a separate branch of government. And therefore, the power of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee was upheld. Because of that, Madam Chairman, Madam Justice, and you know, I really don't understand. Pinayagan mo yung mga witnesses, mga whistleblowers, na magpa-interview sa TV, sa newspaper, sa radyo. Tapos nung nag-file kayo ng kaso, nag-distribute ka pa ng executive summary, essentially, nandyan yung complaint, nandyan yung mga statements, nandyan yung facts. Ngayon, binigay mo na yung sworn affidavits. It's open to the public. The public may see it. It's already with the Blue Ribbon. I have distributed it to my colleagues. Andito po ang taong bayan. Nakikinig, nanonood. Gusto nila malaman yung buong kwento. Gusto nila malaman yung buong katotohanan. Pinayagan mo na sa iba, yet dito sa Blue Ribbon, hindi mo pinayagan. Hindi ko talaga maintindihan, Madam Secretary. And what you have done is unprecedented. Unprecedented. And in my view, you have attempted to undermine and diminish the power of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. I'm very, very disappointed. And I do not agree with your stand. I am therefore issuing a subpoena for you, directed to you, to have the whistleblowers appear before the Senate Blue Ribbon on Thursday, 10 o'clock in the morning. This hearing is
May I?
suspended.
Thank you.
Maghapon mo lang. Okay, punta ka dito. Dito na yun. Oh, saan? Makati. Oo nga. Official candidate mo. Sige.
Nakikinig.
Ang maliwanag, oo. Ang maliwanag na, yun na si Dilima pa yun. Buka lang.
Wireless kayo.
I was made aware of the provisions of the Ombudsman Act and the rules of procedure. At pag yung kaso ay nasa Ombudsman na, hindi basta-basta na i-allow lang, lalo na yung mga whistleblowers or witnesses, kasi may mga grounds doon sa Ombudsman Rules of Procedure na pwedeng ipagbawal ng Ombudsman. No, kasama nga doon, if it prejudice the disposition of the case or it will prejudice the safety or security of the whistleblowers. So theoretically, the Ombudsman can invoke any of those grounds. Saka pinaliwanag ko naman na hindi ko sinusuway yung imbitasyon, hindi ko dinidecline at this point yung imbitasyon ng Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. Ang pakiusap ko lang ay bigyan lang muna ng pagkakataon ang Ombudsman na tingnan niya kung pwede ba talaga niya na i-allow at this point na mag-appear sa ibang fora yung mga whistleblowers. Kasi yun lang man ang request sa akin, no, yung mga whistleblowers. Ganun lang naman. I am not disobeying anything. Now, I'm sorry na, that was the reaction of Senator TG. Well, he is entitled to his sentiments. He is entitled to his feelings, and I'm sorry that that is his that was his reaction, that was his sentiment. Maybe he misunderstood. I'm more than willing. I'm willing. Witnesses, if so, proper, if so, justified, if so, I wanted to respond. Hindi naman ako binigyan ng pagkakataon mag-respond. Lalo na dun sa sinabi. My action or my letter was under. It's not at all, kaya nga sinabi ko kaagad at the start.
Ma'am, kung binigyan kayo ng pagkakataong mag-respond, anong dapat na sinabi ko?
Ganun ang sasabihin ko, na it's not at all my intention to undermine or disrespect the authority of the committee on this matter. I was just requesting that I be allowed to reserve or to defer my consent to the appearance of the whistleblowers para alamin muna natin kung ano ang pinagposisyon ng ombudsman. Lalo nang nabasa ko sa dyaryo rin na actually kahapon the Senate President referred the request for subpoena to Mrs. Napoles to the office of the Ombudsman. And I think it's because the Senate President is also aware of the provisions in the Ombudsman Act and the Ombudsman Rules of Procedure. Ganon din ako. Hindi ko sinasabing hindi ko dadalhin.
So sa Thursday po, dadalhin niyo na po sila?
Kung may subpoena, if I receive a subpoena, then I have no choice.
Kahit walang...
Although mas gusto ko sana na between now and Thursday ay malaman na natin kung ano ang pinakaposisyon ng ombudsman.
Pero kahit walang posisyon ng ombudsman na.
Then I have no choice but to comply. If I receive a subpoena, then I have no choice because otherwise I might be cited for contempt. Gusto ko lang linawin. Check ko kanina, gusto ko rin sanang i-clarify din yung sinabi niya. I wanted to dispute what he was saying na bakit daw noon pinapayagan ko yung mga whistleblowers na nagpapa-interview kung kani-kanino. Unang-una, wala po akong ganong permiso sa mga whistleblowers kung sino sa kanila ang mga nag-i-interview. In fact, palagi ko nga kinukulang attention ng NBI team. Bakit ganon? May mga nakakalabas na mga impormasyon tungkol sa ongoing investigation. Ang sagot is that, ma'am, kasi I think, sabi nila, yung mga ibang impormasyon ay nanggagaling sa mga whistleblowers or their lawyers na wala namang kaming control at that point. And that was before the filing of the complaint. So, gusto ko kong linawin yun. That the whistleblowers never asked for my permission to be interviewed or to talk to the media. If they did talk to the media during those times, it was not with my authority. Maingat nga ako doon. I always remind the NBI team the need to keep confidential yung investigasyon. Tapos ngayon, nag-iba na yung sitwasyon kasi nag-file na ng kaso. So even if initially sinabi ko, yes, pwede kong i-produce yung mga witnesses, pero gusto ko rin linawin, hindi naman yung categorical na commitment kasi titingnan ko na muna because I want, at the back of my mind, I wanted to see if that is...
Okay, yeah, Jan.
Kanina po you issued a subpoena for the whistleblowers. Pero alam natin kahapon, when you issued the subpoena for Napoles, Senator Drilon also referred you to the Ombudsman. Hindi po ba ganun din yung mangyari ngayon na i-refer lang din niya sa Ombudsman? Parang useless.
I cannot speculate as to what the Senate President will do with the new subpoena.
So since you believe that the Ombudsman rules of procedure can't be invoked in this case in the Senate, won't you urge Senator Drilon to sign the subpoena for them?
There's no need, first of all, there's no need to urge him. The fact that I issued it is a very clear signal of my intent. My intent is tawagin mo yung whistleblowers, papuntahin dito. Yun ang intent ko. Secondly, ano yung isang punto mo? Yung...
Napoles, yung kanina.
Yung pag-invoke ng rules ng ombudsman, ano? Si Laila, Secretary Laila mismo nagsabi kanina. Kaya pinaulit ko eh. Sabi ko, you cannot invoke that. Do you agree? Kasi hindi naman siya yung chairman sa Blue, and hindi naman siya yung ombudsman eh. Sabi niya, yes, I agree. I cannot invoke it. So tapos ang kwento dyan.
So, sir, what will happen next? On Thursday, what will happen?
Well, we'll issue the subpoena and it will be forwarded to the Senate President for approval.
Okay.
Sir, do you smell something fishy in the refusal of Secretary De Lima to bring the whistleblowers here to testify? What about the possibility that they could be identifying or naming other senators involved in this scam?
Well, whatever it is, I would not like to speculate. The point is that the jurisdiction of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee and the powers have been attempted to be undermined, and I will not allow that.
Follow-up question. So how far would you assert the right of the Blue Ribbon Committee to summon all these whistleblowers?
As far as I can, and the farthest that my powers can be is to issue a subpoena.
Paano, sir, kung hindi yun pirmahan ni Senate President Franklin Drilon?
Well, let's maybe you should ask Senator Drilon that rather than me.
Sir, ano yung consensus ng mga members ng Blue Ribbon Committee with this?
Right now, hindi pa kami nag-uusap tungkol dito. If you notice, it just happened so suddenly. So we still have to talk about this.
So last night, hindi nyo na-consult yung members?
Hindi na kami nakapag-konsulta isa't isa.
Bakit hindi po ninyo binigyan ng chance si Secretary De Lima to explain further?
Wala nang explanation kailangan. Ang kailangan gawa, hindi salita. Ang gawa, dalhin yung whistleblowers dito. So gawa, hindi salita. Tama na yung salita, gawin mo na.
Pero sir, paano po ito i-reconcile dun sa situation ni Janet Napoles? Kasi po, si Senate President Drilon mismo sabi niya yung pagpapatawag kay Janet Napoles, ipapakomentaryohin din muna sa ombudsman. So how would you differentiate or compare the situation, sir, with regards to Janet Napoles and the whistleblowers?
Well, there is no differentiation. When I issue the subpoena, it will go up to the Senate President for his approval. Now, let's not speculate. Wala pa sa kanya yung subpoena. Pero pagdating doon sa paghihingi ng opinion ng ombudsman, hindi ako sang-ayon doon. Mali yun sa pananaw ko at hindi dapat ginawa yun.
So disappointed din kayo, sir?
Disappointed ako, yes. I am disappointed.
Opo, sir. Follow up ko lang po. Yun nga, sir, kasi dun sa kay Janet Napoles, ang sabi hingin mo na yung comment ng ombudsman. So, kung ganun, sir, kay Napoles, pag nagbigay din po kayo ng request para isubpoena si Secretary De Lima and for the whistleblowers, ganun din po. Ombudsman din, sir.
Antayin muna natin bago mangyari. Let's not speculate. Hindi pa nangyayari yan. So, antayin muna natin.
Sir, possible po bang magsabay si Napoles at saka whistleblower sa Webes?
Possible. Possible na possible.
Sir, may question from Tina. Magmamanifest daw ba kayo sa floor na during the break, you will continue the Blue Ribbon Committee hearing?
There is no need. There is no need. There is a standing resolution always that the committees can function even during the break.
Hindi agad pinirmahan yung subpoena and si Senate President Drilon wanted pa a comment from the ombudsman.
Yes. I didn't see that coming, and I was surprised this morning that that was what the action taken.
Okay, Marlo Dalisay.
Pasensya na po, medyo late, Senator. Hindi na ako maabot sa hearing. Nangako siya na dadalhin dito yung mga testigo ngayon. Pero mag-isa siyang dumating. Tingin nyo nagulangan kayo?
Ang words ko doon, sinabi ko, you have attempted to diminish and undermine the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. I will not allow that. And I'm very disappointed with you. And I'm therefore issuing a subpoena, which is an order directed towards you to have the whistleblowers come here on Thursday.
Sir, indication ba ito ng possible clash between the Senate and DOJ?
There is no need for a clash because ang konstitusyon, ang saligang batas, at ang mga rulings ng Korte Suprema time and time again nagsasabi na ang kapangyarihan ng Senate Blue Ribbon is supreme. Kahit yung kaso nandyan na sa Ombudsman, sabi ni Supreme Court, hindi pwedeng pigilan yan. Kailangan pumunta pag may subpoena. Meron pa nga mga kaso ng Supreme Court, sinasabi nila kahit na nandyan na sa korte, pwede pa rin tawagin. Pwede pa rin masubpoena yung tao. At kung maalala nyo, yung panahon na naghihiring tayo kay General Garcia. Kung maalala nyo, General Garcia, meron ng kaso noon sa Ombudsman at sa Sandigan Bayan. Yet, tinatawag namin, walang nag-question noon. Bakit ngayon mag-question sila? Hindi pwede at hindi ko papayagan yan under my watch.
Okay, Neil Kirigunan and then Marlo Dalisay.
Senator Ginggora, is this a special case? Kasi dun sa mga previous hearing naman ng Blue Ribbon Committee, you don't need to ask the Ombudsman for the whistleblower to appear on the Senate Blue Ribbon hearing.
This is not a special case. This is an unprecedented case. Hindi pa nangyari ito. Kaya, this is the first time. At hindi ako sang-ayon sa paghingi ng opinion ng Ombudsman.
Sir, follow-up lang. Just in case meron pong resolution ng Ombudsman not to allow any whistleblowers to appear on the Blue Ribbon hearing, what will happen,
Let's not speculate. Wala pa naman yun eh. So, let's not speculate.
Sir?
Let's just talk about what is there already. Huwag muna na tayo pumunta sa paano kung nangyari ito, paano kung nangyari yan. Kasi endless yan eh.
Marlo and then Mayan and then Nympha again.
Na isubmit na sa inyo sir mga affidavit, mga testimonies ng mga whistleblowers. Kung dumating ba yung 4 ngayon, marami pang nalaman sana ang publiko na mga pangalan na hindi nila nalaman before?
Hindi ko masasabi kung anong sasabihin ng whistleblowers. Pero ang importante, may usapan na dalhin yung whistleblowers dito. At ngayon, nagsabi sila, ni-invoke nila yung rules ng Ombudsman. Pero pagdating dito, sinasabi, hindi pala pwede i-invoke ang rules ng Ombudsman. So, hindi pwede yan. Dapat sila mag-comply sa subpoena.
Okay, Marianne.
Sir, paano po kung hindi pa rin idali ni Secretary de Lima sa Webes yung mga whistleblower?
Let's not speculate. Let's not speculate. Issue ko muna yung subpoena, iakyat pa yan kay Senate President Drilon for approval. And then, ifo-forward yan to the Department of Justice.
Okay, before Nympha, sir, hindi ba daw ito reminiscence ng EO 464 during the time of Arroyo administration?
Well, noon may EO pa nga. Ito, wala namang EO. Yung nagsabing ini-invoke niya yung Ombudsman rules. Ngayon, nagsabi na wala siyang karapatan pala mag-invoke ng Ombudsman rules. So, hindi ko maintindihan kung saan nanggagaling to. Pero ang importante nito, hindi ko papayagan ito.
Okay, Nympha.
Sir, si Senate President Drilon gusto niya ng comment from the Ombudsman. Si Secretary de Lima naman po gusto rin ng comment ng Ombudsman. Sir, i-consider niyo po ba na imbitahin na lamang ang Ombudsman para straight from the horse's mouth? Hindi na. Unang-una, hindi ako sang-ayon na kunin ng comment ng Ombudsman. The power of the Senate is supreme. Hindi pwede ang opinion ng ibang sangay ng gobyerno pwedeng makialam dito. Hindi pwede. So, hindi ko tatawagin sapagkat hindi ako naniniwala at hindi ako sang-ayon na dapat hingin ang opinion ng Ombudsman.
Okay, Marlo, and then Macon again.
Sir, member kayo ng Commission on Appointments. Si Secretary de Lima hindi pa nako-confirm. Itong nangyari ngayon ba, makakadagdag to sa mga pagdadaanan niya?
I would like to judge the approval of appointments on the merits of the person. I don't think this should be part of it. She may have made a mistake, a grievous mistake, and I did express my extreme disappointment at her. But then, when it comes to the Commission on Appointments, I will base it on the merits.
And personally say sorry now.
No problem.
Sir,
no problem.
Ano yung implication kung hindi i-assert ng Blue Ribbon Committee yung authority ninyo?
Well, ang mangyayari niyan, kung hindi natin i-assert ang kapangyarihan ng Senate Blue Ribbon, sasabihin lang ng tao, mag-file ka ng kaso sa ombudsman. Once may kaso ka na sa ombudsman, hindi ka na pwedeng galawin ng Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. Hindi ko papayagan yan. Mali yun. At hindi dapat yan. Lalong-lalo na under my watch, that will never happen.
Sa tingin po ba ninyo, suportado kayo ng majority ng mga senators?
Suportado ko ng taong bayan sapagkat ang taong bayan ay naghahanap ng katotohanan. Katungkulan ko lang to, ginagawa ko lang ang trabaho ko. And I will be betraying the trust reposed on me by the people of the Philippines if I do not stand up for the institution of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee and this institution called the Senate of the Philippines.
Okay, Jing of ABS-CBN.
Sir, I don't know if this was asked a while ago, no? Pero kung may subpoena kasi, papayag naman daw si Secretary De Lima na pumunta at dalhin yung whistleblowers.
Well, I did state I will issue a subpoena.
But then, sir, yung subpoena ninyo kay Napoles, di ba, nirefer din naman ni Senate President Drilon sa Ombudsman.
Yes.
So yung subpoena nyo for De Lima and the whistleblowers will also have to go through
Senate
the Senate President.
Drilon, yes.
So pag nirefer sa Ombudsman, then you're back to the same situation.
Yes, and that being stated, I would like to state that I do not agree totally. I totally disagree with the action of the Senate President on that matter.
Do you intend to talk to the Senate President and discuss this? Kasi dalawang subpoena na ho yung...
Nandiyan na yan. Hindi po dalawa. Isa pa lang na issue. Let's not speculate on something. Let's not, again, ang pakiusap ko, let's not speculate on something that is not yet there. Because you're not sure really what will happen.
Okay, then before you issue the second subpoena, do you intend to talk to the Senate President?
No more. I've already stated in public that I'm issuing it. I will issue it.
You don't intend to talk to him so that
No
this
need.
will not have the same fate?
No need. He has his prerogatives. I have my duty.
Sir, Secretary De Lima said that she doesn't intend to undermine the authority of your committee and that she's willing to apologize. What's your reaction?
Well, of course, I will accept the apology wholeheartedly. Everybody commits mistakes.
Okay, Jinky. Use the microphone, Jinky.
Ngayon daw, sir, bala kanyang kausapin, pupunta siya sa office mo, o talagang hihintayin kanya for that lang, sir, para sa paghihingi ng paumanhin. Kasi hindi daw talaga niya na-mean yun at nagulat daw siya sa reaksyon ninyo kanina.
Okay. Sige. Thank you very much.
Okay, with that, thank you very much.
Speculate on something. Let's not, again, ang pakiusap ko, let's not speculate on something.
Ang pakiusap ko lang,
Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. I'm very, very disappointed. And I do not agree with your stand. I am therefore issuing a subpoena for you, directed to you, to have the whistleblowers appear before the Senate Blue Ribbon on Thursday, 10 o'clock in the morning. This hearing is... I am therefore issuing a subpoena for you, directed to you, to have the whistleblowers appear before the Senate Blue Ribbon on Thursday, 10 o'clock in the morning. This hearing is suspended.
thank you.
Check, 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 check. Check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mic test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mic test. Check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mic test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay na. Okay na to. Okay na yung handle. Ha? Check, check, check. Nagcha-choppy. Check, 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 check. Okay na, okay na. In check, in check, in check, in check, in check.